And it's a big place, but I mean, there's kind of a front spot where the stage is, and it's kind of narrow over there. And, you know, you can sit like 80 but there's an outdoor thing. You can go outdoors. You know, it's a nice place. Yeah. But I mean, again, where the stage is, I think you can make it work. Sitting by the dance floor, checking it out, watching the man with the fast feet. Got the hippie spread, just the bad boogaloo, the big old bag of tricks. Down to the nightclub, You can get what you want if you know how to find it. I don't know, you speak Spanish? That might be an exception. I've done, I've done the games there. It's a nice goal. Modern and all that. So mama be humping at Mom City. Hey, while the baby popping, shut the baby popping. The beat be something. Wow, what time, y'all? The night's almost gone and we're still going. The party's been so party. I hope it doesn't show while I'm driving down the road that I had too much to drink. Down to the nightclub. Well, if you got the dough, the liquor will flow to the nightclub. Hat on the drum. Down to the nightclub. Down to the nightclub. Slick. Down to the nightclub. Down to the nightclub. Down to the nightclub. To the nightclub.
Let's tower power down to the nightclub, the traditional lead-in music here at Mason City Limits, and we're back. It's Thursday night. This is What the Fuck at Mason City, and sort of like a 1-year anniversary broadcast.
How about that?
We've been doing this for like a year.
Right, folks. I'm 1 year old today.
Our 1-year anniversary broadcast panel is Gonzo's here.
Hello.
And Cole's outside somewhere. Chris
came in for the field just for the show. Cole.
Chris is here with weird news.
And so
he has some weird news.
And no show, of course, this weekend because this is Prairie Harvest Day weekend. We had Donnie Baker last weekend, and thanks to everybody who made that a success. And then Prairie Harvest Day has moved uptown here in Mason City, and we're going to have some free live music both Friday and Saturday. In fact, Dr. Gonzo will be on one of the stages. What date is that going to be, Gonz?
Saturday.
In the afternoon?
Yeah, I kind of got talked into this.
I hope you negotiated some shade at least. I know you're not getting paid for this.
Well, we'll see.
But they should at least give you some shade.
It's going to be cool. It's going to be cooler, which is great.
What are you going to do? Are you going to do...
I don't know.
He's been downloading lyrics. He'll take requests tonight.
From 5 to 7, I got to feel
I want to play. How about They're Coming to Take Me Away? That'd be good.
I'll do it backwards. That was the flip side of that record. Did you know that? It was a 45.
No kidding.
Yeah, they're coming to take me away. Oh, hee hee ha. It was a 45. I was beautiful. All the time.
It's almost that time, It's almost that time for that.
Oh, big time.
Halloween to hear that.
And look, you're here, man.
And you're going to be playing how long? It's like 3 to 5, right?
5 to 7.
5 to 7.
Yeah. So I'll probably take a couple of breaks.
The good news is
make some announcements.
All the senior citizens will have
their
dinner by 4
of the
o'clock.
raffle.
They'll be there.
I'm going to do anything I can, but do something.
You know any good Mason City stories to
you
tell?
want to
You're going to be doing some...
I got some stories. I got some songs. I'm going to be playing some music.
Do the Dick Pointer story.
Oh, the Dick Pointer. Dick Pointer.
Oh, no, not Dick Pointer.
Dick Cecil.
Dick Cecil.
Dick Pointer.
Dick Pointer's
remember that guy? Remember Dick Salesman?
Dick Hirsch, you know, guy. Dick
I
Hirsch.
remember Dick Hirsch. Dick Aiken. Remember Dick
Dick
Aiken?
Aiken. That was Dick Aiken.
That was the guy. Oh, he
that was
was
the guy.
pissed.
I said Dick Hirsch. His actually his name was Dick Aiken.
I go, what's your name? He goes, Dick Aiken. I go, Aiken. He goes, yeah, like your back. I go, you mean like your dick? That's the guy off. But that's, you know, I'm going,
Come on.
Dick Aiken. That was just funny. That's what I was thinking, Dick Aiken.
Dick Aiken, man.
You better put a band in.
That sounds like a blues guy. That's a blues name for her. Oh man, you heard about
Lower
Dick
Dick.
Aiken? Oh, is that a bad thing? You know,
Lonesome Dick.
I mean, Lonesome Dick, yeah. Dick Aiken. That's a bluesy name if I ever heard one.
Well, it's Thursday night.
What's the worst name you've ever heard somebody, like actual first-hand knowledge of
Okay.
somebody being
The guy used to
named
play for the Detroit Lions, Harry Cole.
Yeah. I remember.
Harry Colin?
Why wouldn't you go by Harold?
Yeah.
You know, Harry Colin.
Or
And he
Chet,
was he played for 7 or 8 years.
or John.
There's a guy in,
Yeah.
you know, I lived in Nashville for several years, and in Nashville, a prominent family there is named Boner. One of the Boners was a mayor for a while, and he kind of made an ass of himself on national television. But one of his cousins is named Harry, and he works for the
Harry
Metropolitan
Boner?
Police Department. Yeah, and he goes by Harry Boner.
Harry Boner.
That's not natural.
Yeah.
That's what would mean he say, that's dirty. Dirty. No, because they're that dirty. That's the John Fox.
John Fox. That's dirty.
When I was
Harry, that's a pretty
I
good
knew-
one.
I-
Harry Colin and Harry Boner.
Harry Boland.
there was a girl where I went to school. Her last name was Forney, Forney, and her first name was Callie, Cali. Callie Forney.
Well, that's a hippie chick right
Yeah.
there. I knew a rose bush,
Really?
and I knew a lawnmower.
What?
Yeah.
Lawn?
L-A-L-O-N,
L-O-N?
yeah, lawn
Mower.
more. M-O-O-R-E.
Lawnmower.
Lawnmower.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's funny. I just thought that was fucking stupid. Lawnmower, I'm like, you're shitting me. But Rose Bush, she was a sweeter old gal. And, of course, there's Dick Salesman down the road. Our cop in town used to be Harry Mount. And there's something about Harry names.
Yeah. Those are all unfortunate.
And then he has a daughter, Kara Mount. Dara
Harry Mount. Yeah, you're right. Harry Mount was like a legend around here.
Yeah, and that's his daughter works at the.
Paramount.
One of them works at the
And Paramount.
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 Oh, and she had a pair. Paramount.
We're talking about weird names.
Weird name.
Cole Kirby's here.
Cole
He's
Kirby.
out
That's
of
a
the-
weird
Cole
name
Kirby,
in
there
itself.
you go,
Out of the
right
fields,
there.
out of the
There's
fields.
name.
Out of the fields of Illinois.
We're getting first-hand information from the harvest.
The cotton picking fields of Illinois.
You making crop
They're
circles out
they're
there?
not picking cotton out there.
We are not picking cotton. We're picking.
What is your, as a person who farms or is engaged in the activity, what's your opinion on crop circles?
crop circles? Honestly, I feel like there is two very interesting cases on crop circles. And I think you could probably Google this really fast since I don't have any piece of good equipment in front of me, and I'm kind of buzzed. But there was a crop circle that it was a face, right, and a disc next to the face, which had blips in it. You know what I mean? Like almost like a record. You know, it had raises and lowers and.
really?
I think I heard about Giorgio Tsoukalos.
So okay, yeah. So this guy blew this thing up to a giant picture, and then basically read what would be the same as coding on a CD.
Yeah.
And it had some very interesting message in it. It was, and I believe one of the ones was, yeah, here it is, right here, right here.
The mutant.
I mean, look how intricate this thing is.
And
This is
what's the field? What is that?
maybe wheat, maybe some kind of.
John Cantu.
Yeah, like those are obviously bullshit. So this is what we got anyway.
It's a
And-
gray alien. If you're familiar with the average gray alien, the big head, the big eyes,
holding a
small
disc
mouth, small nose, and it's like a profile shot almost, just one side of his face, and then there's a disc down there
Looks like pizza.
that looks like some kind of Chinese checkers going on.
Blow that up.
It's very interesting. I believe the message read something like, "Beware of those who try to deceive you," or something like. And that's
Oh.
that's one of the
Twas
parts.
ever thus. Things that you go,
Yeah, it's like, well, who the fuck are you talking
there was
about?
another one that said
It's very interesting.
It was deciphered into 50 ways to leave your lover.
A beautiful book.
Drop off the key, Lee. See that right there?
Yes.
I do see it.
It's an awesome lead into what we've got coming up. Here's your theme song.
And this is how you cover a follow-up story. This is my serious news segment.
I apologize, guys. I can only stay for 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's my fake
Baby mama drama.
my weird news story. And I don't have the actual story in front of me because it was a video report. But again, it was a follow-up thing we did earlier about sex in the future.
Sex in the future.
And now the byline of the story was it's going to be quite common for us as human beings to have sex with robots in X amount of years. I think they said 50. And I thought, and of course Derek was like, I think it'd probably be 15. And I think, well, it's probably happening now at the ATM.
Well, wouldn't you think that would be?
That is the new the new norm is going to be sex with a doll or a robot.
Wouldn't that be the goal? Like, if you're in the sex industry
How is that
right
going to
now,
help humanity, though, man? I mean, how can we repopulate the Earth and have sex with a robot and don't have to hear any stories?
I feel like there's plenty of us. We'll be fine,
Yeah, we're gonna be fine.
I don't know. As long as these robots don't get too hot. I'm just saying.
They should. They should start like
you
a
could
gene
program
test.
a lot of things that
They already make sex toys and things like that are like fake.
Yeah, but this would be almost like a human experience.
Well, okay, but instead of
because it would be like basically a.
Would you have to take her to dinner?
No, you wouldn't.
but you
What
could.
do you do?
The
You
dinner
could?
would be on the outlet. She'd be raring to go.
Well, but
You could do it in the garage. Just get an extension cord.
The microwaves in her stomach. After we have sex, we're gonna have some muffins.
Yeah, there we go.
If I was going to make a conspiracy theory out of it,
Okay.
I would say anybody who has worthless genes,
Yeah.
they would train robots to love these people. So then the people with good genes would actually
Yeah, that's what's gonna
procreate
happen.
with good humans.
I tell you what, man.
At least peaceful ones.
I always think about Lindsay Wagner, the bionic woman.
Bionic
At
woman.
times like these, we're talking about sex with robots. She was like probably the closest thing I had to a fantasy was sex with a robot, because she was like,
I was thinking
and
about that.
I'm sure her and Lee Majors hooked up, right? Sooner or later, that had to happen, right? I mean, come on. I mean, at some kind of medical conference.
I believe it.
I would think, the $6 million man, and that was 1970s money, by the way.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
That's not today's money.
You know what that would be like in today's money?
It'd be a utility
$6
infield.
trillion.
That'd be a middle relief pitcher. $6 million man. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. What were the noises when they jumped?
Yeah. And he always ran in slow motion.
Yeah. It was they
That
really
was,
overused
that was the
slow.
best show ever, though. I mean, when I was a kid, that's before your time.
Mine
And that's
was-
when back when
My
$6 million meant something.
My fantasy.
Now, $6 million,
There's farmers in
proud
Mason
of.
County that bring home $6 million a year.
Oh yeah.
You believe that?
Oh yeah.
In this little county we're in.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I believe it.
But,
some-
and none of them are spending that dollars here. They'll figure out how to.
Yeah. Well, it's because China doesn't spend their dollars over here all that much anymore.
We got a group of Chinese coming in for Tim Kavanaugh coming up. No, I can say that.
Can I come in?
There you go. You remember this?
Speaking of Chinese, Tim Kavanaugh. You gotta throw that clip in there of China.
He looks like the guy off NCIS.
Hey,
doesn't
we
he?
do have something from the debates. We had
Before, just one thing before the robot thing. Sex on robot. The maid from the Jetsons.
Oh yeah, that mouth was kind of square.
Well,
Maybe a little. I don't
put
know.
a round peg in the square. It's called science.
It's called lubrication.
That's American ingenuity right there. That is the will to. Yeah.
Okay, what are we talking about? Where were we? What were we talking
We had the name generator for our own Secret Service code because Jeb Bush was talking about his.
Why did they bring that up last night?
I don't
Why
know.
did they talk about issues?
They brought. It was a 3-hour debate. I don't
It
know.
was entertainment.
I didn't listen to any of it.
Well, it was just.
But
I
here's
lasted about 10
the
minutes.
thing was the name generator is so we can put your information in and you get your own
code name.
Secret Service name. So I thought we would start with our esteemed host, Derek. And they ask you, like, 2 questions.
Uh-oh.
It's
And,
just your first name. That's it, huh?
With which generation do you identify? Millennial,
Gen X.
Gen X, Boomer, or I don't play that game?
I'm assuming I'm a Gen
I
Xer?
would guess a Gen Xer.
Are you running for president?
No.
You were running for office, though. I would say
Yes?
yes.
Okay.
I would say yes because you were running for office.
Yeah.
He was running for office, and okay, your name is Humble.
That was Donald Trump's last night.
You know what mine was last night, earlier? Columbine.
Columbine?
I was pissed off, yeah.
Columbine?
I don't want to be Columbine.
Yeah. Well, let's try mine in there.
It is. Don't do mine, though. They're going to get all my
Let's-
info. They're going to find out who I am. Put Dr. Gonzo to see what's coming on.
Let's start over. Okay, hold on.
I feel like this is one of those ones where you could put like dragon, and it would be like,
Yeah.
your name means humble.
Okay, Cole, C-O-L-E, right?
Yep.
Which generation? Are we
I am not sure. I say it's
Millennial?
Yeah, go ahead and get me with millennial. I
Are you running for president?
Fuck no.
I don't have fuck no, I have no.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's fine.
And you are promote liberty. How gay is that? Really?
Well, people have said I'm pretty gay.
Hey, you know what? I'd rather promote liberty than gay Columbine. Columbine's not good.
Well, would you rather be humble?
I'd rather be humble.
Humble pie.
Okay, should I
So
put
we're
Gonzo
humble?
or should I put your first name?
Dr. Gonzo.
Should I put Dr. Gonzo?
Yeah.
Okay,
Gonzo.
and then
yes, I'm running for president.
oh yes, you are. Well, you know, Pat Paulson's not with us. I'm going to put
You're a
Boomer.
boomer.
You're a boomer.
Yeah,
for
you're
sure.
definitely a boomer.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, you're yes.
Okay, this is Dr.
Yes.
Gonzo's name, generation is... You're humble again!
Oh.
This is bullshit.
Go fuck yourself.
How can you have, this is... You can't have 2 guys named Humble.
There's like 3 now.
We have one Dr. Pink, we have one Mr. Pink.
Why do I have to be Mr. Pink?
You have to be humble.
Why can't I be like Mr. White or Mr. Brown? Or
Because everybody wants to be Mr. Black.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this was bullshit. I mean, out of 4 names, or 3
You made
names,
a
we
big
had 2
deal
of
out
the
of
same
this.
one. I know, well, you know, I thought it would be fun. I thought it would be kind of
You know what
kooky.
we got?
I think we should make up our own. We should make up our own Secret Service code names.
Okay, I know what mine is.
Like Gonzo could be like Picasso or something.
I am...
Cobra.
I'm fish.
You fish.
Yes, I'm fish.
I'm Fist.
There's
Fish and chips.
why fish?
Hey, Eric.
Because my name is Chris Spire, and it almost sounds like Chris Squire, and that's what my brother's friends called me. Fish.
Fish.
Because of the famous song by Chris Squire.
Yeah.
Like, yes. Because Spire and Squire.
It had nothing to do with Abe Vigoda and your uncanny resemblance?
No, not yet.
Because
Maybe about 30 more years.
You're like spiked brownies?
Maybe a young Abe Vigoda. Is there such a thing?
No.
Yeah, I've never seen that guy young. It's like, yeah.
Who's the other guy that was a
George
grumpy
Bush,
old
a young
man?
George Bush.
Grumpy old man.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Oh, Jack Lemmon.
No, the guy who played Rocky's manager. What was his name?
No, that's
The guy who played the Penguin.
No, the guy who
Yeah,
played
there you
the
go.
Buttermaker on
Played
That
John
is
Pollock's
fair.
dad on. Yeah, he was the Walter Matthau.
Walter Matthau.
I've never been young.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
What's it like to be young?
Not with that fucking
Never been
face.
there. That's fine. Look at those babes. Hello.
Guy had a mouth like 7 inches wide.
What do you need?
Walter Matthau.
It's like Julia Roberts has a huge mouth.
Yeah, but she's hot.
I know, but I mean, her mouth is this big.
I grew up with 2 women. I watched Pretty Woman so many times. Like, I kind of want to be the whore who gets picked up by the prince now. I mean,
Is that going to happen in the fields of Illinois?
Are you going to tell me if Richard Gere pulled up in a limousine and offered you a ride, you wouldn't take it?
drugged him, you think I'd have sex with him? You get in the car, and you take the pills, and then you have the sex, and you do the doink doink, and then you get out of the car.
With your lip polish.
Why do some people get gerbils?
Sorry, Richard Gere.
And
Wow, that's what a thing to be thankful for your whole life that you had a gerbil.
Well, because you brought it up again. Nobody brought it
won't
up
let
in
it
years.
die.
Because
I
you brought it
remember-
up.
I'm gonna let it die.
I remember it very well on Family Guy. If I
On Family Guy, I'm
remember,
sure they did all
they did a
the-
very good gerbil run out of Richard Gere's ass and then back into
Did
it.
they do the gerbil dance thing? Is that the?
No, this fucker, this little gerbil just ran out and then it did like a circle or right back home.
Boy, oh boy.
I hear South
That's
Park
gotta
did a
come off
Caitlyn
the
Jenner
family
episode.
reunion. Hey, I saw that Family Guy episode again.
Yeah.
Shut up, man.
Shut up, man. Shut up.
I did see
You've got a ferret, not a
a
gerbil.
South Park preview on Facebook that said something about if you're offended by all the things happening right now, just wait for the new season of South Park.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they're just going to say fuck the world
Well,
on this deal.
I heard they-
having sex with ISIS. And
I heard they
they've already
leveled
had
their
ISIS
guns
in a
at
couple of-
Caitlyn Jenner right away, so I'm
Okay.
waiting for that Caitlyn Jenner
I
episode.
feel like that target's almost over. Anybody else? I almost feel like it got beat.
No, I don't think it's going to get old for any. I
As long
mean,
as she's out there making money on
Well, I
That's
heard this the other
true.
day.
That's true.
He's still signing his name Bruce.
Bob.
When he has to sign
If you got
something.
a dick, you
So-
better keep your fucking name. That's all I gotta say. You're keeping your dick and adding tits. I mean,
You should have your name.
Even if your
tattooed
name
on
is Harry Mount.
Harry Mount.
You gotta keep your name.
And
Does
then
that say Harry Mount on it?
frankly, I'd trade some Caitlyn Jenner news for some Kim Davis news any day. I'm getting so
Kim
sick of
Davis.
seeing
oh,
this bitch.
this
She
bitch
do
is
now.
nuts. She's
Nothing.
nuts.
She's at her job, but she's not issuing marriage license.
But
She gets all the other paperwork.
yeah, like she needs to resign. I mean, I'm not.
Okay, here's a controversial statement.
Okay.
What's with all these Democrats who don't follow the fucking law? She's a Democrat in the only Democrat state, or
Is she
county
really?
that
I mean-
voted Democrat, and you see the president kind of turn his eyes on the sacred cities, or kind of casually enforce laws he doesn't. What's up with Democrats not following the law?
She's pretty fucking conservative for being a Democrat. I
Well,
mean, she ran as a
she
Democrat.
ran as a
but-
Democrat.
You can run as anything you
Right,
want.
and again, but
Judy
look,
Lozier
look
ran
who,
for,
look
you
who
know.
they voted for as the governor. They voted for the Democrat in governor. And that was like one of the few counties who did.
She
It's
had
a
Mike
very
Huckabee
Democratic
standing
county.
beside her when she got out of jail.
Ah,
That
come
shit
on.
was
If she was a
crazy.
Republican, they would lead every story with Republican Kim Davis. And you'd have to fucking look to see she's a Democrat.
But I mean, it's a total like she's an attention whore. I'm
I'm not
she
defending her.
got
I'm just saying that
exactly
the
what
media
she
coverage is
wanted.
kind of, again.
But
if
it's
if
exactly
she was
the
a Republican,
media.
you would know she was a fucking Republican.
media.
She knows she looks like Kathy Bates, and the Kathy Bates is going to appear in
Yes,
the movie.
she
She looks like a young Kathy Bates.
Well, yeah. she's-
But is it true about her being married 3 times? Is that true?
Fourth time, probably.
Four.
I hope she
Four
doesn't get naked in
fucking-
the movie.
Oh my God, that
That
movie.
movie's coming.
Yeah, what was it?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Rig,
Is it, what's his name? Was president? Run for
no.
president?
It was.
I mentioned that she already has a sex tape out, but you have to sift through the bestiality section on Pornhub to find it.
Hot.
Wow.
Who doesn't like the bestiality section?
Who doesn't
Mr. Ed was her second husband.
Well, I'm stuck.
You know, I had a friend once send me one of those horse videos. And
What are we talking about?
no, you just said Pornhub bestiality thing. I had a
He's
friend.
just running with it.
I had a friend
He's a farmer.
send me a basically a donkey show, but it was a Clydesdale, I think.
A Clydesdale.
And- no, but Jesus Christ, the
horse.
size
big,
of this
huge horse.
goddamn thing.
Yeah.
And it.
Fucking a chick or getting.
Who came up with that? Who decided one day, like, hey, you know what? I think.
Catherine the Great, I think.
Who-
Wasn't it?
Yeah, whoever was on the farm alone. and-
Caligula, probably.
Caligula.
That would be my guess.
I'll put my money on
Yeah,
Caligula right
Caligula.
there.
Oh
Okay.
my God! What
Yeah.
a horrible.
Yeah.
The guys who actually like to see that shit. What the fuck?
So there was an actress involved?
Yeah.
Actress.
Okay.
Uh,
Here's my
mean,
question.
wait,
That's a loose term. That's a really
I mean-
loose term for this girl.
Yeah, uh-oh,
What
there's a
kind
guy
of
that you're-
Loose term.
I mean,
No, that was a nice way to say it. There was an actress involved in this donkey movie.
let's just say that she had
It was a
a.
donkey or a Clydesdale?
She
What
had.
was it?
She
I
had
mean,
a. She had a.
That would be a
donkey deal.
On the resume, it'd make a big difference maker.
Yeah,
Let's,
yeah,
let's
big
just,
deal.
let's just say American Pharaoh was riding up on this bitch.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like, big and deep.
American Pharaoh, I mean, that wad is worth some money. I mean, if you're gonna breed a horse,
Yeah.
you want an American Pharaoh, right?
Oh yeah, you want a breeder. You want a butter.
I'm just saying that's some real money there.
Oh, that's big money. Every load's money. I'm sure they can muster it back up after a couple of oats.
But I'm just saying, this was not an American Pharaoh.
Is that what you do?
That would be some kind of scandal we see at
Bananas
ESPN.
are good.
I'm just saying. Scandal.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Well,
So
listen.
okay, what were we talking about?
So you got this video sent to you.
I got a donkey video sent to me one time.
You said
and
American Pharaoh, man. That was like
it was a
Crown winner.
horse. It was a horse video.
Okay.
And I'm confused as to who are these motherfuckers who watch this shit.
Well, who's the one that said,
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna
I've
film you
been
fucking his horse?
I've been seeing all
And what bitch was like,
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
Well,
let's do it.
as I mentioned,
freaking people in the world. I mean-
Catherine the Great, the ruler of Russia, was well known for copulating with horses, or a horse in particular.
Just getting rammed.
Yeah.
Letting that.
well, not horse.
Thus
but a
the
ram.
great.
What they call a horse? That's my question.
a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Whose wallet is it?
Damn right.
Hey, you dig it?
Yeah. They say that shaft is a bad shaft or shafter. Damn right.
Oh, I bet she was a treat to be around.
Catherine the Great. Ooh.
Well, meanwhile, I mean, they should probably ate the horse when they were done fucking. I'm just saying. And times like that, you know, you might want to eat a horse.
And
Kind of moody today. She hasn't had her horse cock.
Peasants beware. Bring your best horses to the.
Yeah.
And,
Hey, I would.
I would say.
Let's strap that plow and take it on up
Wow.
there.
So what year was this that happened?
Catherine the Great. I'll Google that.
can't you just see riding up on your nice like black stallion one day? You know, you've got all prettied up, and she just comes up, gives you kind of the eye, and then
The awkward thing is,
starts petting
you
the
know,
horse.
you ever meet your girlfriend's ex? That would be kind of awkward. So this is the one, huh?
So this
I don't know. You can feed him an apple and pet his nose.
got a drawer full of sugar cubes.
We got along okay.
Something like carrots. in
He
your back
loves
pocket.
But if
carrots.
it turns into a threesome, I might be a little bit intimidated.
Actually, if you want to saddle him up, he'll take you for a ride.
I think we
She
read your wife.
ruled Russia from 1762 till
Kind of recent.
1796.
Kind of recent. I mean,
that was like just before Lincoln.
Now, the horse
was
thing,
born.
that was probably in the later years, I would think, right? I wouldn't think that
Well,
would be
how
that
could
early.
she support them? That you know,
That
she
what?
needed a strong back.
Was that before horse condoms or after? Oh, point.
And
Boy, Catherine the Great. I mean,
beautiful woman.
There's
Just a
I would
beautiful
think.
person at heart.
Very, very quiet woman.
Very cool. I heard
Till she gets to the stables.
she. Oh, yes.
it's amazing. It's an amazing little story that you brought up, and I don't know how we got to this subject.
Did you just fart?
The wonders of technology.
Okay, I'm with Humble, and
Okay, what was your next story?
what
Did
was
you have
your,
a story?
what was your name again?
Prostate gland or something.
Yeah, prostate gland.
It was prosperity.
Wow, that's amazing.
Hold on. Hold on, get it, prostate gland.
I get it.
Oh, I don't want to know about it yet.
The legend is that Catherine the Great was killed when the harness holding the horse that was fucking her broke and the horse fell on her and she was crushed.
Well, you know, at least she died happy.
Is that what it says?
That's the rumor. That's
the rumor.
Whether or not
It's on
that's
the
true.
internet. It's got to be true.
Yeah.
Catherine was great.
Again, that happened at the end of her life, and at that point, she
Yeah, that's
rushed
right
for
at the
32
very end.
years. I mean, what else are you going to do, right?
How old was she?
She was old. She died at the age of 67. So
67 and still thinking of horse cock.
Still.
I mean, that's way to go.
What a
Way to go,
slut.
lady. We salute you, Captain.
It might have been like she might not have had taste.
What
of
a zest
so
for
late.
life.
I mean, she could have started with
This is
college.
before peanut butter.
she started with college.
Worked her way up.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a slow progression. I'm sure it
I mean,
wasn't.
they got to figure out how to rig the things together. You know, you got to build this thing. You know.
It wasn't.
these blueprints?
It wasn't straight in Da
The
Vinci's
contractor
torpedo.
You want a what?
Fellas, I got to roll out. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks
Going
for
back
being
to the
here.
field is
Have a
gonna
good night.
go harvest
Drive
corn.
safe, man.
I'm
You gonna put it in there 36 hours?
Hey.
Schwinn. All right, buddy.
So
Careful.
Cole goes back to harvesting the corn, which goes on for 7 weeks, he says.
Well, the corn and beans.
We're like about the halfway.
Kind of a.
What was it, corn and beans, or did you mix it
Corn
up?
first. Corn first. Well, some people.
Can you do a succotash?
You could. You could have a, what do they call that, when you throw everything in the pot?
It's a succotash.
Well, succotash and, there's another name. Boy, I'm not thinking well, see.
Chris has
Burgoo?
got.
Burgoo, that's it, burgoo.
Who's has some meat in it, though?
Well.
I stir burgoo every year, once a
look out in the
year.
field, have you ever looked at a cornfield? There's a cow pasture right next door. A cow pasture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an idea what
Roaming around. You got all your food groups right there. Chickens.
Chris has got an update on missing 411. I guess there's.
Oh,
We've talked
our
about that
friend
a few
Pilates,
times.
Who's not our friend necessarily, but somebody I follow a lot. He had 4 books out about disappearances in like old national parks and stuff. Then he had a Kickstarter campaign to do a documentary about those said disappearances, and it got funded and then some. So that's going to be made. And then he's got a new book out that deals with disappearances in college towns. And
Is it
crazy
called,
shit where, they have a static camera and the person's there and then the person walks away and he's gone forever, or there's some really bizarre disappearances that have been happening, and all the conventional explanations kind of fall short because once you see the details of the cases. And he doesn't really make any claims to know what's going on. He's just saying, boy, there's a lot of weird disappearances that have been happening, and these clusters of geography. I mean, so it'd be like around the Great Lakes, for instance, there's a big cluster of missing people. Not necessarily down the middle of the states, but like any kind of state park, there's usually some disappearances, and the state parks don't even keep a inventory of people that are missing. There's no
people don't log in or sign in when they go in the park.
They don't. Let's put it this way: if you're missing,
But there are weird
they'll
things
look
about
for you for about a
this.
week, and then they'll kind of put them on the back burner, and then again, there's no. So if I'm going to go to a park and go, well, how many missing people are in this park? It's good to know.
Yeah.
They don't have a list of that, and then they say, okay,
Random number.
after a certain amount of time, you're not even missing. You're going to be missing, presumed dead. So you wouldn't even be on the missing persons list because they've already put you as deceased.
There's a lot of weird and eerie similarities between a lot of these disappearances too that make it very strange.
But he's got 5 books out now. The first 4 are more about rural stuff, and one's eastern United States, one's western United States. One is kind of more international, and then he's got that one called The Devil's in the Details, which has all these old cities, all these old places have little names like Devil's Perch or Devil's whatever, and why do these and that's where people are getting are kind of being disappeared, and these names, who named these and why do they name them?
Maybe they're joining satanic cults or something. Maybe
That would be a very widespread such thing. Again, you'd have to kind of listen to the interview because it defies any conventional explanation because he goes through every one of those things. Because I mean, if you're going to abduct somebody, why would you wait in the middle of nowhere?
Right. Why not grab somebody close where there's availability?
They do that at the bars, but he said there's no witnesses
Cameras.
of these people ever leaving.
There's
There's always a
everywhere.
separation of these people, and no one ever sees them.
Right.
And it's always around some water. He said it's always around water.
And when they are found, if they're found, they show up and they're like dazed. Sometimes they're missing their shoes. If they show up at all.
Times, they have tracking dogs, and the dog can never find his scent,
Right.
which is unheard of.
Right.
Or the dogs don't want to search, which is unheard of. These dogs are raring to go. That's what they live for.
This is alien stuff.
Sometimes
It
these
could be,
people are
man. I
found
don't know
miles
what it is,
away.
but I think it has to do with something being, you're there and you're gone. Might be a portal thing. Who knows?
It could be where people go, I'm out here. And
It's
I'm
like
just gonna go
Charlie
lost.
Daniels said, there's some things in this world you just can't explain.
Charlie said that?
Charlie Daniels said, yeah. That was the Legend of the Woolly Swamp, I think. I didn't mean to get all Charlie Daniels on your ass. Later on, I'll be quoting
Later on, I'll be putting on my big glasses and my hat.
He's still out there doing concerts. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
He just played the Morgan
We
County Fair.
showcased him on the last episode of Rock and Roll Roulette.
He's gotta be about
Kurt
80.
Means was our guest, and he told us all about Charlie Daniels. He saw him singing the national anthem at a Titans game just recently. So that was
So he's getting out there. It's Charlie freaking Daniels.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that would go over to the Gulf and perform. And in particular, one instance, his stage was shelled the day before that he was set to perform, and they told him, "Look, we can't have you up there. It's not safe." He's like, "Fuck that. We're going on with the show." And so he did a show on the stage that was receiving mortar fire the day
Putting
before.
everybody else's life in danger. Let's do it.
hey man, you're talking about a mosh pit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Yeah, get your mosh pit.
Oh, that looks good. Angel is making
Angel's
a
our caterer
dessert
tonight.
for us tonight.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you putting it on the hood of the truck or what? What's going?
She's taking it upstairs to Chris's to
Okay.
cook a little bit. It's graham cracker crust with chocolate chips and marshmallows across the top. And
It's all good. It's all good. You see that
all
food
good.
pyramid? It's always the chocolate chips and the marshmallows.
It's always good.
Right
for
there
you.
at the base, holding things up.
Hold it.
Maybe holding this together. I don't know. Maybe
I think so.
I have not
Or
been
Rice
getting enough
Krispies.
marshmallows in my diet. My doctor said.
Yeah.
I am
Or blue food.
very happy to report that Springfield is now getting a Krispy Kreme.
Really?
Well, that's the competition for old Mellow Cream.
Yeah.
And Dunkin'
You know
Donuts.
what? Mellow Cream fired me.
Really?
Well, you said
Yeah.
you couldn't keep up.
I'm blind in one eye, and a lot of that was conveyor belt stuff, and they said I had speed issues. And, my speed was pretty good. But, no, so if you got a Mellow Cream donut,
So
with
you're
like
poking
a
the hole?
with like a tumor.
With a tumor on it.
It was mine. That was one of mine.
So your job was to find the defective
Yeah,
ones
I
and
mean,
pull
there was
them
a
out.
lot of watching
Can you
the
eat 'em?
machinery, and one thing kind of punched holes, and they would sometimes the filling of the hole would stick in the machine, so you'd have to get it while the thing rotated, so you had to kind of pick out these donut holes.
And it can take your finger right off.
In theory, yeah. In
Okay.
theory.
In theory.
But I had speed issues, so I'm all for Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. Good.
You're more of a donut guy than I am.
I like the donut.
You do like a donut in the morning.
That's a great way to start my day. I can't have coffee.
See, how can you have coffee and not a donut?
I get a bottle
A
of water.
donut, not a coffee. I mean,
Wash it down with some water. Take my meds. Get to work.
what's your favorite donut? What's your flavor?
Oh God, my favorite.
I mean, if you have the whole case right there, man. You want
Yeah,
one
I
and
think
one,
I like
or you
the-
want two of the same?
I like it's like the cinnamon rolls at Casey's. They're sort of like a fried cinnamon roll, I think is what they call them. I don't know if they just drop it in there real quick and put a little thin icing on the top of them. But the cinnamon's good.
That's a good one, huh?
That's a good one. I mean, for the
I was
for your price for 89
I was
cents
a
or whatever,
Boston
it's
cream
big.
guy,
Oh,
the Boston cream thing. But I mean, that's like dessert for breakfast, really. I mean, that's really what it is.
Well, that was horrible. You see that?
Did you miss the kick?
Yeah,
We're watching Thursday night. No, he had it. He told it. We're watching Thursday Night Football, which is not on the NFL Network this year. Thank God.
I've been sorry. I forget that I'm talking while I'm watching and I'm looking and I'm drinking.
Our October schedule, I should mention, is kind of in flux.
It is.
Because we
Baseball.
don't know if the Cubs or the Cardinals are going to be playing each other in the second week. And if so, I might as well just fucking give money away.
Go watch the game. Might as well watch the game and have a beer.
But we do have some really cool people coming up. We've got Drew Hastings.
Drew Hastings in November as well as
Tim
Todd Young.
Cavanaugh.
Todd Young.
Tim Cavanaugh's our most recent show. It's going to be next weekend. Tim Cavanaugh, famous for his 1-minute songs in the Bob and Tom Show.
Sounds like fun.
Sounds like fun, Tim Cavanaugh. A former religion teacher who became a comedian.
Yeah. Very funny guy, man.
Been doing it for a long time. I've known Tim Cavanaugh probably as long as anybody in this business. I would say. I mean, you're up there, right? We met probably at 92. Probably met him in like 1989 or 1990. Probably 1990.
Let's talk about that. How did you guys meet?
It was in Columbus, Ohio,
recall?
and we were doing Funny Bone, and he was headlining, and I was emceeing. And I forget who was featuring.
Tempesta
It was Tempesta.
and Dak.
And Dak was like hanging out or something.
Anyway,
Dak was not on the show.
No, but we all.
But that was the week to remember because we went all out golfing and we also went to that golf tournament. But we did play a big round of golf. It was Rick Tempesta, who's like a 6'8" guy. Dak was going to be here in October.
Type, real tall
Dak
guy.
was hilarious. Gonzo,
golfer.
myself. And of course the Dick Out roll was called by who? Dak.
We're on the first tee. What are we playing? Winter rolls? And he goes, no, we're playing dick out rolls.
You know, so you don't hit it past the ladies' tees.
When you tee off.
You have to play the rest of the hole with your dick out.
And we laughed. We thought, okay, that's funny. Second hole, Dak tees off. Tops the ball. It doesn't go as far as the ladies' tee.
And the game's
God
on.
damn it.
And the
He
game's
pulls-
on.
And
Yeah.
he pulls his dick out. And we're like, oh. There are rules. It's one thing to joke and be funny, but it's, oh.
He's
okay.
walking the walk now.
He's got
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
has to walk in and play the whole hole with his dick out. You really keep your head down on your second shot. I,
We all had great shots on our.
we all did. I think you had to do it a couple times. Or did you just do it once?
I did the sun.
Okay.
I did the vitamin D. I think.
Anyway, we both did it, and Dak did it.
yeah.
Tempesta did it.
Yeah, he was a good golfer.
And so that night we were at the club, and the club's got like a little nightclub off the side of it, where this guy plays music.
All rockin' shows, by the way, Tuesday through Sunday.
Great, yeah, great crowd.
Always awesome.
The Memorial Golf Tournament was going on. That's the Jack Nicklaus, golf thing, and it used to always be in the spring. And they bumped it up because it always was rainy, shitty weather. But we were out there, and all those people were in town, and so the crowds were packed. So the club's packed, and we're just dicking around. And Tempesta's over by the bar, and I go, we were talking about we had to pull our dicks out. And I go, well, Tempesta didn't have to pull his dick out. I go, I'm going to go tell him, you know. Well, I go, I think that's right, man. You didn't have to pull your dick out. He goes, well, I'll pull my dick out. So he pulls his dick out right in the middle of the.
It's crowded as hell.
It's shoulder to shoulder.
And
people.
no one can see.
So he pulls his dick out and he just starts walking through the crowd. Just, and I'm laughing
we
at
know
the bar.
and we know this, and no one else knows.
Yeah. And so we're looking at this head who's he's like a foot taller than everybody else. Going through the crowd, you know he's got his dick out. And he just kind of goes, "Excuse me, pardon me." He's jumping up and good there, buddy. We're howling at the bar, and this guy turns around. He goes, "Dude, you got your dick out." He goes, "You got a problem with my dick?" He goes, "No, he's such a big fucking guy. He goes, "Well, your dick is out. That's my girlfriend, you know." So he came back on the bar. We were just cracking up. So there was no altercation, but it got a little stupid there for a while.
And this is the first time you met.
I don't know. This
You
is the
two?
first time Chris and I had met, and
Oh, yeah.
I'd met Dak before.
Yeah, Dak I had met before.
Dak and I, how did I meet Dak? Dak was, this is a funny story. I get to St. Louis, I fly into St. Louis, we get double booked. One person in the office and booked Dak that weekend, and somebody else booked me that weekend. We get down there, and we're double booked, so we just looked at each other, and so we said, get rid of the middle act, so we just co-headlined all week and had a blast. And the only room they had that could, satisfactory for two headliners was a double handicap room at this hotel. So there was bed here, big kitchen, the whole area, but everything was handicap accessible. Had bars everywhere, the whole stuff. We got so fucked up because we just crawl over to the next room and grab the thing. And I'm not making fun of handicapped people. It's just I've never been in a handicapped room before, and it's a very convenient thing when you're fucking.
Oh, yeah.
And Dak I got some good Dak stories. But then that's where we met. But I'd already been doing comedy for. I started late '79, probably fall '79 is when I started really doing it a lot, and then I quit my day job.
How'd you start? Did you go to an open mic and you're
I
like,
stumbled into an open mic, man. I'm watching. So I watched for about 6 months. It was right down the street from me. I was living right downtown San Francisco on Bush and Powell, and the old boarding house was just 2 blocks away. And I was working at the restaurant on the corner, and it was convenient. I just stumbled across the street. It was a pizza place. I worked at nights making pizzas, but on my nights off, I'd go down there and I started playing music. I was playing at the Wharf a lot, because I just moved out there like the year before, and so I got in with the people down there, and I got my slots at the cannery, places where you can play and open your base and make some money, you know. But that's only good for like, you know, between Memorial Day and Labor Day.
Right.
All the tourist season when it's
Right.
jammed. And Japanese tourists, you know, you charge them $1 to take your picture with them. I'm probably in photo albums all over Japan. You know, with other people like, hey.
We have Japanese listeners to this show. Weird thing. I don't know why.
Awesome. But that's awesome. But everybody wants to come up, and so they put $1 in the case, and we do a picture, and they were happy. I was happy. They were seeing an authentic street performer, and I was just doing like John Prine, you know, songs, kind of story song things, and where I could get your attention in the 5 seconds that you walk by, you know, and I went into the comedy club and I said, hey man, can I open the shows just by, you know, playing some songs and stuff? So I'd sit in there while people were coming in, sit down, I just played these songs. It was great to be inside,
Yeah, yeah.
especially when it was out of the tour season. And then I asked one of the comics, which was Bobby Slayton, I said, is there any other
Bobby
mics?
Slayton. Wow.
Yeah, well, Bobby and I, he started just before I did. He did the Gonzo show, you know, which was big, like in the late
Yeah.
70s. And
Chuck Barris.
yeah, he was a nice guy. I did great.
Was he fucked?
Whoa, he almost handed that to me.
Was he fucked up the whole time? You think?
He sure looked it. Didn't he? He was having a great time. You know, they're just all drinking and partying. It was just like the match game people, you know.
Yeah.
Like, tell me they weren't just getting buzzed, like Charles Nelson Riley and
Oh fuck
all
yeah.
those people on there. And,
Who was that chick that sat next to him that really?
J.P. Morgan.
No, not on
Who's on the Gonzo show?
Yeah, that was.
What was her claim to fame anyway?
I have
Nothing.
no idea. She slept with Chuck Barris. I don't know.
There are a lot of like game show people who were famous for game shows that really weren't famous for jack shit
Well,
else.
I mean, it's funny when I see replays of like Password or Super Password. Marty Cohen will be on there, or Bruce
Yeah.
Baum will be on there, or Bill Rafferty will be hosting the show.
Bruce Baum, yeah.
You know, and these comics, and I thought, man, if I was in LA, I'd be getting on the, you know, I'd be like one of the squares on the Hollywood Squares, and you know, you got just enough fame that you got. Vince Champ was on the Hollywood Squares.
Wow.
Vince Champ, and that's what you were talking about earlier, and I was
Yes.
trying to think about that. Is he interviewed Vince Champ yet about this book? About
Vince
women.
Champ's in jail.
Well, I know, but he'd be able to tell you about what
He
he
got
knows
like
might be missing.
20 years or something.
Oh, he's going to be there.
He was raping girls at college campuses.
Really?
He'd book there. He'd get himself booked there, and then he'd.
Well, he'd drive like within an hour and a half, and he always tried to rape him in like the music room because it's soundproof.
Really?
And
Wow.
they figured it out by his tour schedule.
Well, that was after somebody caught his license plate, and he also always spit on him and go, "Pray for me." That was his fucking calling card.
Pray for me.
How about that for creepy?
Wow.
I worked with him about 6 months before it happened.
Does he know
About when he got arrested.
Yeah.
Because I heard on Paul Harvey was talking about it. I was like, Vince Champ, why is that?
Why is he making breakfast in the morning, you know?
It's weird because I shared a condo with the guy, man. So he had a rental car, and he left me a note. Like I'd wake up at about 10 o'clock. Hey man, I was out late last night,
Yeah.
and he was a rental car. We want it. Oh cool. I went to Barnes, whatever.
Yeah.
But it turns out.
Yeah, so you get pulled over because they
I
get
guess. Well, he didn't drink at all either. He was a straight arrow.
Yeah.
He didn't drink at all.
Yeah.
So I mean, there was like a microbrewery right by the condo. So I was drinking till 2 a.m. and he was out doing I don't know God knows what.
Doing
But
what he
a
was
sober
doing.
guy out there whenever I'm a drunk guy home at 2 a.m. and he's a sober guy who's not back yet.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing.
His projected release date is in 2033, so potentially he can get it out. I mean, he'd be 72 years old, but he'd be,
Well, he's probably got a solid hour by now.
yeah.
Got to do 20 minutes. Got a killer opener.
2033. That's what 18 years.
He had a consistent method of operation in each of the rapes. He covered their heads, asked about their sexual history, engaged in anal sex, used his own saliva for lube, and he asked each of the women to pray for him afterwards.
There you go.
Wow.
Saliva for lube.
And how many counts? It's like 8 counts. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, was it like one state that convicted him, multiple states?
He was convicted in Nebraska for a rape at the University of Nebraska.
Ooh.
And he's serving a 30 to 40 year sentence.
A Husker.
So that was just one.
Yeah,
So he probably had a lot more.
probably.
I mean, They just said, hey, you got 40 years, 30 or 40 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll probably do it.
Well, I mean, gosh darn it, you know. I mean, they're in show business. It's like Bill Cosby. I mean, why do you think you have to resort to that?
I don't know.
So anyway, this guy was on the Hollywood Squares back in the day.
Oh, yeah. He was, wasn't he? You got a clip of him?
No.
See the Hollywood felons.
Go to YouTube.
How come
I bet
you
OJ
weren't?
was on there. I bet fucking Robert Blake was on there. I wish you should do a Hollywood
Blake.
felon. That would be a really good one.
Hollywood Felon Squares.
Did you
Hollywood
ever?
Squares.
Hollywood felons. That's very funny. That's very funny.
Sorry.
Did you ever do a TV pilot or anything like that?
No, I just shot I did a couple of cast readings for TV commercials, did some radio commercials. I prefer the voice stuff over, you know.
You did a real nice radio play here at the theater.
Oh yeah, we did some fun radio stuff here. We just made up, you know,
Old school.
radio play, sound effects table.
I think that would be
Both
fun to
guys.
do something like that
Yeah.
as a serial. I think if we could write a serial, that would be really cool.
Oh, it's easy, man. You just get a pin.
How about this for an idea about a Halloween? We could roast Frankenstein.
Oh, Frankenstein, that'd be good. No friend.
Or we could roast Dracula, you know?
Yeah, maybe I'll call me and say, you want to come back for the Frankenstein roast? You could-
I mean, you could do all the, the Incredible
He
Hulk.
could be-
I mean,
he
you
could
could
be-
have comic strip
you could
guys.
be Bride of Frankenstein.
Right.
It's right out of
That's
Hairspray.
hilarious.
He comes out with the big hair.
Because he was married Todd for the role.
I know.
He'd be
That'd
the
be fucking
Bride of
hysterical.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein roast.
This is all coming together.
Kevin Meaney is the.
This is all the magic happening.
Kevin Meaney as Mrs. Frankenstein.
Bride
of Frankenstein.
That's hilarious. Okay, that might happen.
That could happen.
Jeff would be Frankenstein, right?
Jeff was a good Frankenstein.
Sure. I mean, I don't know who else is a bigger guy.
But you know who else gonna? Wolfman's got to be there. Dracula's got to be there.
Wolfman's got to be there.
You gotta have them all, man. The Mummy. You can be the Mummy.
That could be the mummy.
That would be fucking hysterical. Then take the curtain and go.
Ted Danson as a hunchback.
Oh my God, you're killing me. We got the same players for all these shows.
Oh, this is all gonna work out. It's all gonna be working out. Okay.
Okay, Derek, who are you going to be? Who we got left here? Who are the scary people? Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
That's a good one.
Anybody that's fucking scary. Who's scared?
Okay,
Did you watch?
comic book characters, you know?
Did you guys watch Did you watch those movies when you were a kid? Those horror movies like the original Dracula, the original Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah. Well, we watched the one what was the one that might have been the Mummy because I think Boris Karloff played the Mummy too in the first one.
Yep.
But there's a scene we were so wasted. We were watching this at the college campus, a great big screen, black and white, and all of a sudden, you know, there's shepherds and stuff in this movie, and all of a sudden there's just this shot of this hill. And all of a sudden, all these sheep come over the hill. You know, they just come over the hill and they just run towards the camera and stuff. We just thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
We had acid?
We watched no, not at all. We just stoned or something. But we went to see what was the Reefer Madness movie?
Oh yeah, that's great.
It was showing at the Johnson Center. It holds about 300 people. It's got an orchestra pit down in the bottom. It's just a nice curved bowl with a proscenium stage. And we snuck in the bottom of the orchestra pit that elevates, you know, for the orchestra and it goes down. So it was down. So we're down there smoking pot, looking up at the screen, and everybody's really short and fat because they're looking straight up on it. And you know, everybody goes, "Who's smoking shitty weed up there?" You know, that was when everybody smoked weed, and you know, we go to rock shows and just light up. Go to movies, light up.
Yeah.
We just,
Well, you could smoke cigarettes at the time too, of course.
well, yeah, but everybody's smoking everything.
Right.
So.
One of my favorite old horror flicks was Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, the Black
That
Lagoon. That
was-
would be a great. Who's got that suit?
No
that'd be
kidding.
a great suit. That's gonna be a hot suit. Oh, look at that. Oh,
Here we
man.
go.
Look at your marshmallows.
Now we got to
They're
be able to
perfectly
scoop that out of
toasted.
there.
You perfectly toasted your marshmallows.
Okay.
We got
You
to.
have the top shelf there on the short roll.
We
Wow.
need something to put it in. Looks, smells fabulous. Angel did a great job making us a dessert for tonight.
And we were talking about the new Colonel Sanders as we watched old Floyd McDonald.
Norm.
Annoying.
Floyd McDonald.
Norm McDonald.
Ooh, he talks just like Floyd the Barber, doesn't he?
Norm McDonald.
Floyd McDonald.
And we thought the next progression, another Saturday Night Live guy would be
Oh, the next
Eddie
one.
Murphy. Eddie Murphy should be the
great.
next.
I like Morgan Freeman would be a great.
Yeah, but he's not Saturday Night Live guy necessarily.
John Lovitz, I think, would.
John Lovitz would be another good one, too. What, you don't trust me? I'm an actor. I love that with a K.
He was a Saturday Night Live guy. He was great.
Rob Schneider.
Maybe
Bacon chicken.
maybe one of the guest
Bacon
hosts that
chicken.
were on there. How many guest hosts did they have on that thing?
Mashed
Were
potatoes.
like-
Bacon chicken. That would be funny.
How about somebody like, Steve Martin? Steve Martin wasn't really an
Steve
SNL.
Martin in a white suit.
Yeah, all you need is a beard.
Been done. That's all I need.
He'd be playing a banjo. That'd be the
Chicken
only-
through his head.
That'd be hilarious. That'd be great.
Okay.
I think that'd be the natural progression would be another Saturday Night Live thing.
I don't know. There's so many things that are, you're just so inundated with things like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Whatever happened to our Rob Schneider weekend? That we're
Yeah.
on?
Didn't happen.
I know. He made that movie and now he's got a show, right?
His number changed or something. I don't know. I think I got his new number. I'll see what's going on. Meany was pretty excited for that Two Broke Girls episode that he's going to be on.
My friend Kevin Meany.
Kevin Meany.
He just went
is
to Frisco.
The Bride of
Went on
Frankenstein.
the-
He would be on that like crazy.
He went out to,
He could do the weekend, and then that Saturday night
that'd be really funny.
we do the roast. We do the
Well, especially
do it around Halloween, man.
I'd love to do it, Darrell. When's he in,
we got a month and a half to figure it out.
when is he in, Indianapolis?
Next weekend.
You know what we could do? We could do our Bill Burr moment, and then
I can call him.
that'll give us some time to. Yeah, let's go to Bill Burr. Bill Burr on how to raise a kid. My boy just turned 6 this week, so maybe there's some good info here.
Work on it. I hate having a temper.
Yeah, happy birthday.
You know, I don't know if it's hereditary. I don't know if it's part of the country I'm from. I've always snapped. You know? My dad was like that. My dad's the greatest dude I ever met in my life. And he had a temper. Anytime anything broke in the house, 5 minutes into fixing it, he was bitching about his marriage. It was hilarious. He'd see some broke. Oh, Christ, will you look at that? God damn it, Billy, give me that fucking screwdriver. I swear to God, I don't know what the fuck I ever got married for. Goddamn years of this shit. Oh, you're a bitch, lady! You've been a bitch for years! Give me the pliers. Yeah, most guys would have left by now. Most guys would have left by now. That was one of his catchphrases. Most guys would have left by now, and you don't know how fucking good you got it, lady! Yeah, when I was a kid, I thought he was nuts. Then I got older, you know, started dating, I realized, this guy's making a lot of good points. He's not expressing them in the healthiest of ways. I gotta be honest with you, I'm kinda like jealous of the way my dad gets to talk to my mom sometimes. You know, where are all those old school women you can just take your day out on? You know? When did they stop making those angels? Who just knew it had nothing to do with them. They just sit there and let you blow out the lines, right? What a luxury. Right? To fail all day, you come home and download all your insecurities on this other person. How was your day? How the fuck was your day? Out here making decisions. Take these kids away from me. Give me a goddamn drink. Oh, with the tears. Then the bra burning generation came in, right? And I just sit there and listen to their stories all the time. Oh, it's the worst. You know what's the worst is when they're telling you a story and you want to listen, but just what they're talking about, you can't even retain it. So I'm supposed to go out to lunch with Jennifer. I'm all ready to do that. I show up, she's there with Susan. She knows I hate Susan. I look like shit. Susan's been going to the gym. I mean, at that point, your head is like a newborn baby. You're trying to hold it up. You know? You can't. Even if you're trying to pay attention, you can't. Then you just start staring at their mouth after a while. Like, I can't believe it keeps coming out. This is fucking unbelievable. And it starts fading off. You start thinking about your own life. Right? Why did I take Nebraska given 28? What the fuck is wrong with me? It's an away game. All of a sudden our voice goes, it goes up. Right? Like, ah, fuck, that was a question.
Yeah, he was somewhere.
All right, now what do? Can't say yes, you can't say no, you gotta come with something neutral. What the fuck are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It is what it is. You put one foot in front of the other, and halftime adjustments. Got nothing. No, I don't want to make my dad out like a psycho, man. My dad's the best dude I know, man. But I understand him though. He's like the exact opposite of me. I planned out my life a little more, right? That's why I never got married. Never thought about getting married. It just looked horrific. It looked really difficult. It looked like a lot of them failed. Then if you had a kid, you have that whole weird situation, right? You got this thing that half looks like you, half looks like somebody you used to love and now want to slap the shit out of, right? Kid's coming up to the walk, you're like, son, just look to the right a little. Let me just kind of cheat, but Dad, I want to look at you. It's brutal. My dad was the exact opposite. Fell in love, got married, just started having kids, had 5 kids by the time he was 33. Pre-Oprah, pre-Dr. Phil, pre-chicken soup for the holy fuck. I got 5 kids. I don't even know who I am yet. The pressure of that, feeding all those kids, man, I'm telling you. Every 3-4 days he would just snap out of nowhere, Can you pass the salt? Ah, you fucking bitch, how the fuck am I gonna make bullshit? Boom, he'd slam the door. Have the car in 3rd gear by the time we got it to the end of the driveway. Bop, 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 bop. My mother would always do the exact same shit. Just lock the door behind him, turn around, look at the kids, and just be like, man, he's just crazy. He's just a crazy person. What is wrong with him? 8 hours later, he'd show up, no apology, she'd have dinner ready. She messed it up, he'd give her a rough time. Christ, you cooked the shit out of it! I don't know. I think I'll be a good dad, though. I do. No, analyze it. I just finally come to the point. I want to have a kid, and I don't think it's that hard. I don't. Part of me really believes that, and the other part is I just like pissing off people with kids. Whenever you say shit like that, oh, dude, you have no idea how difficult it is. This is a great one to say. Well, I mean, I got a dog. I mean, how much? Dude, you can't even fucking compare it to a dog. Yeah, I can. I just did, and I'll do it again. Mine's got 4 legs. Yours only has 2. Go ahead. Yours bites someone and gets a timeout. Mine gets put down. Stakes are raised. No, I think I know. I think I know how to raise a kid. You know what it is? You just play catch with them. I think that's the big deal, man. That's how you raise a kid. You play catch with them. You just talk about life. You distract them by throwing the ball. They don't even notice. You're filling their heads up with your theories. Right? You don't do it the old school way, the way your parents used to. Sit down across from you. You want to tell me about your day? Did anybody offer you any drugs? You learning about sex? You're like, dude, you're fucking freaking me out. I'm trying to eat a Pop-Tart here, right? Hey, just take in the back, you play catch with them. That's it. You talk about life, right? What's that, son? We're not going to church today. Fuck that. It's all a bunch of bullshit. God's everywhere, but I got to go down there to see him, really? And he's mad at me down there, and I owe you money. Go fuck yourself. Right, I'm stupid. It's in here, all right? It's not down. It's in here. They try to take it. It's in here. You do something good, you feel good. You do something bad, you feel bad. Unless you're like a sociopath, then you don't feel shit. Unless you got somebody duct taped upside down in your apartment, And if you do something like that, I want you to feel like you can come to me, Yeah, come to me, confess all of that. We'll go down to the precinct, we'll tell them everything. Yeah, not gonna turn you in. This isn't fucking Dexter. What are you, out of your mind? Feel-good serial killer walking around. He only kills the bad people. Listen, I know your mother and I, we've been arguing a lot lately, all right? But you know I love her. I love her to death, okay? It's weird. I love her to death, but when I watch her eat toast, I just want to choke her. I don't know what it is. It's the routine, right? Left, then the middle. Just why don't you just fold it in half and fucking eat it? You know what I mean? It's unreal. You know? That's when you know you met the right one. When you want to slap the shit out of him, but you don't. You want to leave, but you don't. There's something about him you just can't fucking leave, right? So don't settle down till you meet one like that. That's when you know. Till then, put a condom on, just bang as many as you can so you don't have a midlife crisis. That's what you do. Don't tell your mother I'm telling you any of this shit either. Yeah. That's my game plan.
Bill Burr, How to Raise a Kid.
Play catch. You got to play catch.
He's a funny guy, man. Oh, I love playing catch. I've talked about so much crap playing catch. I don't know.
You talked about Willie Mays playing catch.
Well, yeah, playing catch with Willie Mays is pretty awesome, but we didn't talk about pussy like me and my friends used to. Fantasy fucks. Remember those?
We had an episode about fantasy.
If you could have sex with anybody in the world.
I did this once. We did this once before.
Did you do that?
Well, mine was Lonnie Anderson from the WTF days.
Well, that was back in those days.
Well, that's when I was coming of age.
Oh, well, of course.
Literally.
I'm thinking of Judy Jetson.
She's a cartoon character, man. You can't have sex with a cartoon character.
Yeah, but it's all fantasy anyway. You're not going to have sex. I bet you don't have sex with Lonnie Anderson either.
No, but that's a real flesh and blood person.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you see yourself as
somebody you can talk
so
to.
Would you see yourself as a cartoon character having? How does that fantasy work for you?
I'd be Stoney Curtis on the
You would be stoned.
I would wear no shoes.
You'd be totally hard. Totally hard.
How do you hide a boner in a loincloth? I guess you don't. I guess it was no big deal back then, but every once in a while, when Wilma bends over, you're going to go, hey.
What's your porn name? Do you have a porn name, Gonzo? You got something picked up?
Zip Thud.
Zip Thud. Zip Thud.
Zip Thud. Mine was Max Marblehead.
Max Marble, and we're gonna create some kind of video, and it's gonna be a Max Marblehead production. And I'm not
we got
sure
big plans for Max Marblehead Productions.
How could you not? How could you not create something and use Max Marble?
Are you going to play Max Marblehead in the movie? Or are you just going to be producer credit?
Yeah. I think Burt Reynolds is going to play that part.
Today is not Max Marble.
I don't know who the young actors are. Who are the young actors that could be Max Marblehead?
I don't know. I haven't met any of them yet.
I want to talk about.
What's Macaulay Culkin doing now?
Yeah, I bet.
He's got cock in his mouth. In his word.
Cock
in his last name. Culkin. Like Culkin.
And what about the guy Diamond or whatever that was on?
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Screech.
Oh, Dustin Diamond.
Screech.
I was thinking of Lou Diamond Phillips.
Is he out of jail yet? He could do it.
Ooh.
Dustin Diamond is. I never went to jail. I don't think.
What about the guy? What about the redhead from the Partridge Family? What's he doing?
Danny Bonaducci.
Danny Bonaducci. Yeah.
That guy's a star.
Maybe we need some younger ones.
He'd have a square in the Hollywood cells.
He got Hollywood cells.
He would be. He'd be probably in the middle cell, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who else would you have?
Yogi Berra's son.
Dale Barra.
Dale Barra.
You have to have a little bit more teeth than Dale Barra. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. How about
Robert Blake would be on there, definitely. Robert Blake.
Yeah,
you could have OJ would be great.
OJ'd be good. Hollywood cells.
Hollywood cells. I mean, you could even have he was the guy who played Iron Man. I mean, he's past all that now, but
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen. I mean,
Charlie Sheen would be a great.
he's spent enough weekends in jail that he would qualify.
Sure.
Yep.
Well, you have the great topper. Who's Iron Man? I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That
There you
actor.
go. Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, sure.
Downer Jr. too.
I mean, this is
Downey.
all felons in Hollywood
Well.
cells.
Yeah. Welcome to the Hollywood cells.
Is Brett Butler in there or not? I don't know if she's ever convicted of anything.
I don't think so.
She was just a crazy bitch.
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be awesome with Martha Stewart. And you know what? She's got more felonies than Snoop does.
You know what? She's 50 Shades of Grey. I got that off the roast. Sorry, I got that off the roast. The roast was funny the other night. What was she on? The Beaver? Was it the Beaver roast?
It must have been the Beaver roast.
Yeah, Beaver roast.
The Beaver roast. Well, how did she get that gig? I mean, how did she
who
hang out with
knows?
Snoop? She was hanging out with Snoop, and she smoked pot with Snoop.
Well, there you go.
I mean, God, I mean, I know you're Miss American all way back
Brownies are
when.
really good. See how I place them on the plate? They're really good.
She's got to be a freak.
Oh, I think so. A little OCD.
What's OCD?
What do you think she's like in bed?
Oh,
Martha
crap.
Stewart fucking. What is that like?
I'd probably be like, you're doing it wrong.
She's the Yeah, you're doing it wrong. That's exactly what it is.
Just like all the others.
Where did you learn
That might be a
that?
keeper right there.
Where did you learn that?
I want to mention something.
And we'll be back after this break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this. We'll be back after this nap.
I got a couple of serious things I wanted to mention. First of all, they finally set a trial date for Becky Spangler and the murder of her son, Caden.
really?
God, it's been so fucking long coming, you know.
About that. Uh-oh.
December will be 5 years, and they finally set the trial for December. I've never heard of a
And they're
murder
gonna argue,
trial.
hey, this lady's old and feeble, and she shouldn't be in jail.
Well, I'm not sure what they're going to argue, but they certainly gave her plenty of time to get old and feeble. I mean,
They
it's
did.
been
Run 5 years.
yeah since
That's not swift justice.
How old was she?
Becky's son was just going to turn 1, and the babysitter was like 63 or something like that.
5 years, so she's 69.
She's pretty old, but still.
Hey, 69. I know some women that are in their 80s that won't.
Well, is there any value to that argument that somebody being old is like giving them a pass on justice? I just
Yeah, I mean,
That's
we
like
see that all
Social
the time,
Security.
though, where people are like escape the law or something, and then finally get caught 50 years later, and they still take them back to jail.
well, Whitey Bulger, Whitey Bulger's ass is in jail now.
They made a movie about it, right?
Yep.
Johnny Depp.
He could play Max Marblehead, Johnny Depp.
He'd be perfect.
Max Marblehead.
There you go.
And the other thing that I wanted to mention, this happened in my community Friday night. There was a murder Friday night, and
In Jacksonville?
Yep, the guy was shot in the parking lot, the municipal building parking lot, which houses the fire department and the police department. Apparently, he had gotten divorced in February, had significant problems with his ex-wife, had multiple orders of protection. She had been arrested twice for violating them, and it became his normal tradition to pick up his children at the police station on Fridays at 6 o'clock. Only last Friday when he went there, the kids were not there, and his ex-father-in-law was waiting for him to arrive with a gun. He never made it out of the truck. The ex-father-in-law shot him dead inside the truck and then took off. And before he came looking for him to kill him, he burned his house to the ground. Really strange story.
Whoa.
But,
All in Jacksonville.
yeah.
And this was last week?
Yeah, Friday night. This past Friday night.
Well, obviously, they solved that crime pretty quick.
I guess stuff
Well-
on my Roku.
Yeah, but, this is not the first time something like this has occurred. There was another guy who was killed in Ashland about 5 years ago. He went to pick up his daughter for visitation. They invited him in the house, and as soon as he got inside, somebody shot him in the head. And the grandmother ended up taking responsibility for that and was convicted and sent to jail, but nobody believed that she was the one that pulled the trigger that day.
She took the fall.
And it's another scenario where a guy's, he's dealing with custody issues and he ends up dead. That's not an uncommon thing,
Now,
apparently.
if you're the grandfather there, I mean, how's it going to help your granddaughter to murder her father? I mean, is that going to ruin her fucking life?
Well, the thing that concerns me is I don't think, when you're a guy, I don't think really the 14th Amendment applies. The 14th Amendment guarantees you an equal opportunity or equal protection under the law, regardless of your gender. But this guy had multiple OPs, and he still ended up getting killed 50 feet from the door of the police station.
Yeah, but that wasn't his ex-wife. It was he didn't have protection against his father-in-law.
Right, but how far do you think the
Well, sure, but I'm just saying. I mean, it wasn't like she was out there. It
But
was father-in-law. And
I think there was definitely a conspiracy.
Well,
I mean,
there probably was.
how did those kids not be there? I mean, if
Yeah.
the mother had to have known, otherwise the kids would have been in that
Sure,
parking lot
I'm not
too.
disagreeing with that, but I'm just saying. I mean, she didn't technically violate that, and it was a conspiracy at that point. I mean, unless you're going to say this order extends to everybody in her family, but now you're dealing with custody issues with. I think it'd probably be normal if maybe the father-in-law would be there to maybe give the kids over on a custody thing just to avoid that conflict, but that's crazy.
Looks like he was the guy that needed to be
Well, that's just stupid. I mean, that's not going to help anybody.
right. And we heard through the grapevine, I haven't confirmed that this is true, but I do know that the mother didn't allow the children to go to the visitation or the funeral. And then we heard that they went into a local restaurant in town, and the mom and the kids, apparently on the night of the night after the funeral, when she hadn't allowed the kids to go, and the management of the restaurant asked her to leave and said they weren't going to serve her.
Yeah.
So I think that a little bit of karma there.
That's what happens in a small town, though.
Something's going to happen in there, you know.
Well, I don't see how she couldn't have been involved if it was normal for them to exchange the children there,
Yeah.
and then the kids weren't there, but the guy who was had a gun.
Her father.
It seems like she had to have known something was
And
up.
especially he didn't get out of his car, you know.
Right, never
I
made
mean,
it.
there couldn't be any confrontation at that point either.
Nope.
You know, he didn't say, "Oh, he's coming at me." So that's terrible.
I heard that
news.
the father-in-law got diagnosed with terminal cancer.
Well, if I'm going out, I'm taking this asshole with me,
I guess he thought that.
you know. I'm dying.
Yeah, but it's gonna fucking ruin a kid's life.
Driven my daughter is
I mean-
completely crazy. I'm going to kill him, and I'm going to spend the time in jail, and they're going to pay for my cancer treatment.
Yeah.
Probably so. Maybe that was the logic, more so than anything.
I don't know, but it was certainly a bad situation. That happened right in our community.
Well, you know, when I lived in Dayton, Ohio, there was a guy got killed maybe about four doors down from me. I wasn't home at the time, but yeah, they get shot in an apartment just right down the road from me. I mean, right there. I mean,
What were the circumstances there?
I think it was a drug deal found gone wrong, or somebody owed somebody money concerning something illegal.
Something illegal.
I was the only owner of that over there. It was all renters over there.
Yeah.
I wasn't from around there.
I was in Fort Wayne with John Long. There's a long-haired kid out of
John Hope?
John Hope.
John Hope.
John Hope. We did a show up in Fort Wayne, and we came back from the show, and we wanted to taco. We went to Taco John's. And as we're driving through the drive-through right across the street, which is on the same block as our hotel, which is sort of right behind it, there were a bunch of lowrider trucks over there. When we pulled out, all of a sudden, motherfucker, fuck yeah, and the guns started going off, the glass started breaking, and we pulled into the parking lot, you know, and we just kind of laid low in the car,
Yeah.
you know.
Like going
And
to the lobby.
And then, so he gets up, so I call the lobby and say, hey man, call in, shots fired. And already got the message. And then stopped, and so John and I got out of the car, and then the shoot started again. And
Wow.
You could hear the peeling out and more shooting.
Yeah.
And so I run to the door, and you know how your credit card thing that they give you, the key thing, you
Yeah.
stick it in the door, and you pull it out.
Oh, this is your hotel.
Yeah, the hotel, and I stick it in and I pull it out, and stick it in and I pull it out, and it kept going red on me. It wouldn't go green. You know, I finally let it sit for a second, I pull it, and then it went green. I was in. And John's like, "What's going on? Get out!" You don't know what stray bullets are going to go flying
Shit,
around.
yeah, man.
Shit, you don't.
Totally right.
I
I hear pop, 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 pop.
I've never heard live gunfire before like
It's
that.
kind of, well, I mean, I've heard it.
I bet
you know,
at the
ranges
shooting
and
range,
stuff,
maybe once or
when you-
twice.
But when you
Maybe once.
But when you hear it live, you're like,
I worked as a cop for 5 years, and I was clocking in for work one night. I worked third shift at the time, and second shift was coming in to get off of work. And we used to clock in and out in this. There was an office in a parking garage downtown Nashville. We go there, we clock in and out, and then we leave the parking garage and go do our separate things. And just so happened that night, local gang guys who were selling drugs, and somebody had moved in and started selling some dope, and they didn't approve of that.
Sure.
So they recruited one of his buddies to bring him to a particular intersection, shove him out of the car, and then they were going to kill him. Only the intersection they chose was a corner of that parking garage where we were clocking in and out. So
they didn't know you were
No, they had no clue, but they chose to murder a guy when there were about 12 armed people within 50 feet. Wow. And it was... I was walking out from clocking in, getting ready to get in the car, and the gunfire started. And they had two different shooters shooting from two different directions. I ended up taking cover behind a tree that covered my head, heart, and my balls. And I thought, you ever see that True Lies with Tom Arnold, where he jumps behind the light pole and then bullets hit the light pole? Yeah. I had the same experience with a tree. I was barely covered up, and it was crazy. They were trying to, and all the rounds that they fired at this dude, they didn't hit him one fucking time. Not one time. He went face down in the dirt in the middle of an intersection and stayed there laying down with his head down, and they never hit him. Not one time. I couldn't believe it.
That usually happens, especially when they're shooting like sideways, like they see in the movies.
That's how I kill ducks, man, when they're just sitting there.
You hold your gun out sideways like a gangster?
Sideways, fuck you and your whole fucking family. And the mallards too. Bam, bam, bam. The Lobermans are coming over. I don't think so. Pow, pow.
You better fly south early this year.
I got shot at one other time, and I never found out who that was. I was just standing talking to another guy who was an officer, and we were on these stairs, and somebody, they were about 50 yards away behind a fence, started shooting at us, and I heard the bullets hit the side of the building. It was made of brick. Yeah. I heard a ping, and we were on this stairwell, and over the side of the stairwell was a bunch of bushes about 6 feet down.
And you went right to the bushes.
Well, I pushed him over first and then landed on top of him, and he was confused. He had no idea why he was suddenly not standing on the stairs. Yeah. And I was like, dude, they're fucking shooting at us. I don't know who it is, but yeah, they took several shots at us just standing there, and it was weird. It was really strange to just, yeah, in Nashville. Yeah. To not have any idea who it is that's doing it was really, really sort of surreal.
Yeah, especially they don't even know you guys. What
year
was that? That was before all this other craziness happened.
Yeah, in like 90, 92 maybe. Long time ago.
Wow. You're lucky to be here.
But it was before all this, this current police culture took effect.
Yeah. I think cops have been targets for years.
Well, I remember during that period of time.
Now they can't fucking go to fast food restaurants without being denied service.
Yeah, well, Arby's.
And then there was another one too, but they.
Oh man, you fell down. You got that in these arms. You got a touchdown. Look at that. Sorry. Lost my mind.
We're looking at Kansas City. All my friend Jason Dixon must be happy.
Jason.
Our Kansas City friend who doesn't live in Kansas anymore.
I saw his picture. Where's he living?
He lives in Richmond, Virginia.
Here's the scenario, though. You've got 2 minutes left in the ball game, and you got Peyton Manning coming on the field.
He almost tripped on that.
Oh, I know. He was going down when he handed the ball off. Okay, this is football, and this is going to be a rebroadcast, right?
Yes.
This is live. Everything's live. It's all live. It's all happening right now.
This is live, and it is also going to be rebroadcast.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's 10:30. It's time to roll.
All right.
It's been fun.
Don't forget Prairie Harvest Day this weekend. What is it? Or exact dates are 18 and 19, right?
And then Tim Cavanaugh in 2 weeks, right?
25, 26.
I'll be on stage, Dr. Gonzo, from 5 to 7 on Saturday.
There we
Don't know
go.
what
And
I'm
it's a
doing
free
yet.
show.
It's free.
You can
Free.
shout out requests.
They just be on stage.
Whitney Post!
Folsom Prison.
He might not even use the guitar for that. And then, of course, Dak will be here October 3rd.
That's Piper.
No, Piper's not going to make it.
He's not gonna make it now.
Not going to make it. His
That's
wife
gonna be
had other plans for him, so.
His wife had other plans.
Yeah,
Oh, that's how that goes.
Yeah. So I didn't argue with him.
That's
I was
right.
like, okay.
Yeah. Well, that will be fine.
Yeah, so we'll figure something out for Dak.
Big
Yeah,
October coming up. Big October with Drew Hastings and.
It's November actually, but we
Oh,
might
yeah,
do
November,
we did a little bit much for Kevin meeting on the Bride of Frankenstein idea and roasting Frankenstein.
I think that's a great idea.
Fabulous idea.
Superheroes. He's going to be Wonder Woman.
You get Michael Brown in the case. He's a nerd.
Oh, he'd be perfect.
He's a terrible nerd.
A horrible, terrible nerd. What about the guy from Sioux City, Iowa?
Maybe we could get Michael Brown here and we could.
Don Reese.
Would you roast Orson Welles?
Orson Welles would be good, but I don't know if the kids know who Orson Welles is.
Yeah.
I mean, Frankenstein would transcend all that.
Oh yeah,
Orson
yeah.
Welles would
I'm
be
just
a
talking
kind of a
about.
specific.
Superheroes, Captain America.
I mean, I think if you want to, you gotta go big.
Green Lantern.
Orson Welles is big, but I mean, he's definitely an old person.
Green Hornet.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer.
Now, I would say this: I wouldn't mind having Orson Welles roast Frankenstein, and Michael
That would be
Brown
fun.
pull that
Orson
off.
Welles would be great. Yeah.
You just make fun of his acting abilities the whole
Oh,
time.
the whole time.
It'd be hilarious. And
And
he
he
does-
would be in character the whole time as the Bride of Frankenstein. But I mean, you do the show, and we'll do the same thing. At the end of the show, he goes back and they dress him all up, and then they introduce everybody, and he comes out as Bride of Frankenstein. You know, the wig and the squeak.
That would be awesome.
The hair. Oh, it'd be funny as hell. So,
There we go. That's an idea.
okay. Well, that's one of them.
So okay. So come out and see Dr. Gonzo this weekend at the Prairie Harvest Days.
5 to 7 across the
Saturday.
coast.
It's free
Down-
out there. It's
down
all
by
free.
Cousins somewhere.
All free, and then we'll do the show next week on Tim
South
Cavanaugh.
Tonica for you technical people.
Yeah. And there's going to be a stage on North Tonica too.
Oh, there's going to be stages everywhere.
Just watch your step when you're crossing Route 10.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We have crossing guards.
we can't close Route 10 because it's a state highway. So,
All right, thanks, Derek. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for
man.
being
Happy
here.
birthday to your boy.
and happy 1 year anniversary to Gone Road Radio.
Yep, that too.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for being with us. Thanks for listening.